I'm going to remove the back strap. What I do is I first make my cut along the top of the back strap, and then I make my cut along the bottom of the back strap. So I'm going to run all the way up the dorsal, following the back strap on the edge of the spine, and then I'm going to come in on the other side and remove it from the bottom on the top of the ribs. So make this first cut, keeping my knife close to the spine here. You'll just feel your knife running along the spine. And for this, I left the neck meat on. I can take the whole neck meat and back strap all together. That way it just makes it easy. Remove this all the way up. Okay, and then you just start pulling and cutting along the bottom. So you follow the top of the ribs and you remove the back strap from the bottom. Easiest way is to then pull and cut off the rest of the back strap. And then at the end, finish by cutting the back strap down, around to the hip joint, and up. Okay, now we've got our Caribou back strap. Delicious. So for the last step on this side, before we roll it over, I'm going to take the tenderloin, or the inner tenderloin, out. And you actually don't have to gut it to do that. So this is a gutless method. So my first cut is going to be down around the hip and loosen this up. Then I'm going to take my hand, feel underneath, and then pull and cut at the same time. So being very careful not to puncture the paunch. And what it should do is it should actually keep, it should be above the intestinal sac. So you can see here, I'm getting in here, and the tenderloin goes from pretty much the hip joint up to about just past the last rib. So the tip of it's here and the end of it's here. So we're gonna take our hand, feel for our cuts, and then work our knife edge up underneath. Always pushing everything down, watching your fingers. Now you can also come in from between the ribs and loosen it there. Between the ribs. He's got some big ribs. Okay. Oh. All right. The tenderloin removed, and now we're going to roll them over, but before we do that, on this particular bull, we're going to just take all the ribs with us as well. So. Now we're going to move to everybody's favorite cut, the back strap. Definitely my favorite. There's not a lot of tendons running through it. It's a good solid piece of meat. One of the best prime cuts on the animal. But first we're going to clean it up. So this is the full length back strap, and it's got this really thick silver skin on the one side. The quickest way to deal with it is leave it whole. Pick the center of it, cut all the way down, but just to the silver skin, flex the blade and pull. We'll do it on the other side here. Okay, so you can see we start to clean it up, and then we'll cut some of this fat portion off. Just trim this up. Once this is clean, then we'll cut it into steaks or leave it as full roast. So we got the one side cleaned up, looks really nice. Now we'll clean up this other side, and then we can cut our steaks out of it. All right, we've got a nice cleaned up half of a back strap here. This is the front half. Now, out of this side, we're gonna just cut our steaks. If you like steaks, we'll just cut, it depends what you like. What I like to do with this, a little bit of, I don't know, maybe one of my recipes that I like to do, I cut them really thick, and then I just wrap them in bacon, so like the width of a piece of bacon, and cook it like a bacon wrapped filet mignon. It's really good. So I'm gonna cut these thick just how I like them. So I've got a thicker steak, I can wrap that with bacon and cook it that way. Or you could butterfly that steak, or you could cut smaller steaks. It's just up to you. Choose your own adventure from this point, however you like to cook and however you like to eat it. Going with my thicker steaks. So now we've got the back half of the back strap. I'm just gonna finish cleaning this up, and then I'm gonna cut it in half, and we'll have a larger roast. I like to cook it that way. I'll cook it whole and then slice it. So this is perfect for the grill. You can marinate it before you cook it. Probably one of the better cuts. Just clean it up again, just like everything else. Cut off the stuff we don't want. Whatever meat's remaining, we'll put in our grind. We'll have a nice piece of meat at the end. We got our cleaned up back strap. Just gonna cut this in half. There we go, and I like cooking those just like that, slice it up afterwards. Fast, easy, really good way to do it.